Oprah has a house there, Ellen DeGeneres, Harry and Meghan Markle all have homes there. And so that being said, naturally there is a pretty amazing and exclusive food scene. And from those 161 reviews or 161 restaurants and places I've been, I've received almost 10,000 views on my reviews. Hey everyone, today we're talking about the most underrated social media platform ever. It is Elite. I'm telling you, it's Yelp. Yelp has benefits for business, for reviewers, for you, for everyone. This is like life leveling up thing. Like if you're here, Yelp Elite will put you here, okay? So today we're gonna talk about the benefits for business, the benefits to be a reviewer or to be a Yelp Elite, and then how to even become Yelp Elite. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Some of my credibility: one, I'm Yelp Elite. I've been so over a year. Two, I have a social media marketing agency. So all things business, reach, social media, and making money are some of my top interests and my expertise. And third, I studied at the Marshall School of Business, University of Southern California. Whoop whoop, right on. So I know a thing or two about business. And fourth, I like to have a good time. And so Yelp helps me have a good time. Real quick, I'm gonna talk about the benefits of Yelp for business. If you're not into that, you're not a business owner, then skip ahead. I have the chapters linked in the description box down below. But first thing, so if you are a business owner and you have a brick and mortar building, then I highly recommend jumping on Yelp. Why? Because everybody figures out what restaurant they want to eat at by using the internet. If they Google Mexican food in my area, Yelp is going to pop up before your website, before your Instagram page, before your LinkedIn page, before your Facebook page and your menu and your pictures and all that kind of stuff. Yelp is going to pop up. Yelp and Google reviews. Yelp is awesome because it's an amazing way to also find new customers. If you're in business, you know that referrals are basically the strongest way to get new customers. If everybody gives you 5 stars, and the majority is everybody else is gonna wanna come and try what you got. It's also easy because you don't even really have to maintain your Yelp account. You just create it and put it together, and then you have people come and review it. And a little cool thing is you can give away free things, like check in at our restaurant or leave a Yelp review and we'll give you a free soda or like a free baklava, or like we'll let you get a taster of our mariscos. Whatever you offer, you can give people free dessert or something to leave a Yelp review. But once you have a good amount of reviews, your reviews basically build and the page runs itself. So it's pretty awesome. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about the business side. If you want an in-depth video on how to create your Yelp account and how to actually grow and some like cool marketing ideas, then leave a comment down below and let me know if you want to see that, because I absolutely love working with restaurants and helping them grow their Yelp accounts as well as their other social media platforms. I'm all about helping the businesses. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment below and I'll make sure to make that video. Let's get into the next part. So now we're talking about the benefits of Yelp reviewers. So much fun. When you are Yelp Elite, that means that you've been awarded this little honor, this amazing honor, right? It's like a red little thing. It goes next to your name in the comments and on your profile and lets people know how long you've been Yelp Elite for. So if you go check out my profile, it'll be linked below. Check it out. It'll be like, oh, she's been Yelp Elite for 1 year, 2 years, and it pops up next to your reviews. But that's not even the best part. It gets better. So basically, you get invited to Yelp Elite events. Now, you may be thinking, okay, it's probably cheesy. You probably get like weird t-shirts and hats that you're never gonna wear. And sometimes, yes, that's true. The events can be cheesy, but sometimes they are very epic. For example, I'm from Santa Barbara County, so I get the notifications and invites for Santa Barbara County. Santa Barbara County, if you're familiar with it, is a very bougie area. Basically, Oprah has a house there, Ellen DeGeneres, Harry and Meghan Markle all have homes there. And so that being said, naturally, there is a pretty amazing and exclusive food scene. So once I got invited to a restaurant opening, and it was basically this amazing new restaurant in Santa Barbara that wasn't open to the public yet, but they had an invite-only event for reviewers, for journalists, the TikTok food bloggers and vloggers, and all of those people to help basically spread the word about their restaurant. And there was a Michelin star chef who went and he had created this like amazing tasting menu, and it was like multiple courses. So he had like a good bajillion different courses and then did a specific wine pairing with each meal. It was everything exclusive, everything delicious, everything bougie, all that kind of stuff. And they basically invite you in so you can come and you take pictures of the food and you leave reviews and you get a free meal and a really awesome experience that you may not have gotten on your own unless you have a rich boyfriend. Another amazing benefit of Yelp Elite is the type of visibility that you get. This is if you're trying to build your brand, especially if you are a food blogger or like a TikTok restaurateur or something like that, is basically, like for example, just checked right now, I've left 161 reviews during my time on Yelp. And from those 161 reviews or 161 restaurants and places I've been, I've received almost 10,000 views on my reviews. And that's because people are coming to Yelp all the time to figure out where they want to eat. And reading reviews, they like and heart your reviews. They say, yeah, this is helpful, blink, blink, blink. But the really cool part is, imagine if I had a YouTube channel about food and I was actually going and reviewing spots and bringing my camera with me, and then I leave a review on Yelp and then I add my in and say, for the full review of this experience, visit me on YouTube at Rebecca Eloisa. And so if I have had 10,000 people view my reviews and maybe a fourth of them decide to come over and check out my YouTube channel, and that's a pretty good chunk of people that are coming from good organic traffic. And the word is getting out because of Yelp. And it's evergreen, which means your reviews are always going to be there. So it's always going to be working in your favor. If you are someone who likes to critique, compliment, then I recommend doing Yelp, signing up for Yelp Elite. In my opinion, I think that being on Yelp and leaving reviews is a form of goodwill, doing God's work. Because one, you get to help business owners. Let me just say, it's not easy being a business owner, especially starting a restaurant. And so if you leave a review of your experience, and if it was a positive review and you leave awesome pictures and pictures of the interior and how you interacted with your server, and you give kudos to your server if they were amazing, what your favorite meal was, all that stuff is super helpful. Any business owner will tell you that testimonials and reviews will help them get more business. So your review could actually lead to like 25 more people going to visit and ordering what you got because your picture looks so dope or so bomb. The next thing is that you're helping out people who like me, who just want to find a place to eat. You ever been in a new city with your friends and you're like, guys, like I'm really in the mood for a corn dog. I'm really in the mood for some popcorn. Or where should we get dessert? Dinner was amazing, but where can I get a good pecan pie? And so then you look on Yelp, and if there's some pretty amazing photos, you're gonna probably choose that one. Or if there's a place that has a lot of reviews, you're most likely going to go over there, and then that's where you're gonna end up eating. Right? So you're helping business owners and you're helping all the people in the future who are looking for a good place to get some food. You also get to practice your creative writing. If you go onto my Yelp page, you'll be able to see all my reviews, and you will see that I like to write creatively. Add some sprinkles and pizzazz to my reviews. It's pretty funny. I have a good time. I make myself laugh sometimes. Go check it out. You might laugh too. Now I'm gonna share how to actually become Yelp Elite. I've had a lot of people ask me this question and try to do it, but not actually do every single step that I recommend, and they don't become Yelp Elite. They don't get the award. And so just make sure you do all these steps, okay? All right, so the first thing is to actually get yourself an account on Yelp. And you're gonna wanna have a profile picture that shows your face so that we know, or they know, that you're a real person. It can't just be like an image of something else, like a cartoon character. They wanna see your face. So a profile picture that shows your face, reviews. The second thing you want to have is the actual city that you live in and pretty much like where you spend most of your time. Exactly. You want to put that up there. If you live in a tiny town and you're like a public figure, then probably don't do the tiny town because it's just safety reasons. But if you live in like Los Angeles or Santa Barbara or San Diego or Houston or New York, it shouldn't be much of a problem. You want to put the actual city that you live in and fill out the information correctly and use your actual name. That's the low-hanging fruit. That's the easy stuff. Next, you actually have to go out and start doing reviews. So what I did, I'm someone who likes to take pictures of my food when it's a delicious meal. So right when I made my account, I ended up going back and looking at all the places that I had visited in my camera roll and then went and did reviews for them. So I had like a chunk of photos and I just did all the reviews for them there in that moment because I remembered what the experience was like. So I actually got some reviews out and did that. When you write your review, you want to include these things. The first thing is, it has to be a strong review. You can't just be like, food was good. Posts. You have to have a picture. So you want to have some photos. I like to take pictures of the food, if it's not a restaurant too, like I'll do like the interior of the space or maybe the outside in the building. Ooh, also including a photo of the menu is amazing too. And then when you have to label it, like if it's a menu, put like the date that you are posting it so people know. Sometimes prices change. So if it's like, oh, this was posted this year, then they'll know that it's legit. Once you label your pictures, the next step is to actually write the review. And so there are some categories that Yelp recommends. They say to compliment, or not compliment, but leave an honest review of the food and an honest review of the service and the ambiance, so the vibe. So you want to make sure that you check off those 3 things. And there is like a recommendation of the length that Yelp will give you and let you know like you've reached the recommended amount of characters because they want things that are helpful. So some helpful things to share in a review, for example, is like if you're reviewing a coffee shop, like me, I like to go work at coffee shops. So when I review it, I take a picture of the menu. I'm like, this is the prices. I'll share what I ordered. So I ordered a green tea and a croissant. And what I liked about it, the croissant was warm and they make them fresh. I highly recommend you grab one of these if you come. The tea was all right. I've had better. But what I do recommend is getting their lattes because they're known for their coffee. So any kind of extra information like that. Oh, bonus, there's also a bar at this coffee shop and it turns into a speakeasy at night. I've never been, but I'd like to come back. Another thing would be the chairs are comfortable for working. So if you're gonna come and work here, then you'll be comfortable, but the music is really loud. So don't expect to take any Zoom calls like you would at like a Starbucks or something like that. And then in terms of vibe, you let them know like, oh, it's really dark in here. So when you work in here, it feels like a cave. If you want to get a lot of work done, it's the right place versus like it's a cafe and it's super busy and distracting. All right. So you want to let people know what type of environment they're going to be walking into. So too, like they'll know like, how should I dress? If it's like a fancier spot, or I even give recommendations of like, this is a great place to come on a first date or to bring your significant other. Or this is a great place to bring the family because they have a buffet and the prices are affordable. Let people know what scenarios you would recommend them visiting that restaurant or that business. I did come across one Yelp Eliter who just left nothing but 1 stars. Like the were just really bad reviews. So I don't know if she's just a hater or if she only reviews bad experiences. So for me, I do like a mix. I usually review positive experiences. If a restaurant was like meh, I wouldn't even think of leaving a review. Yeah, I think I've left reviews like I got like hotels and stuff. So if there was like a mistake or an error or something that wasn't as advertised, and you want to let other people know so they don't waste their money going there. So that's something that you can add. But I don't like leaving like straight hate on someone's Yelp page. What I think, if you don't have a positive experience, then maybe leave like some constructive criticism, things that are helpful, and while also giving the restaurant the benefit of the doubt and realizing maybe they were just having an off day the day that you went compared to like 365 other days that you may have not even gone to that spot. Those are some things. And so that's the anatomy of a good review. Once you do like your bulk of reviews, there's all the old pictures and stuff that you've had from your phone, then you want to make sure that you're consistently reviewing spots 3 times a week. And this was told to me by like the president or manager or whatever, of the leader of the Central Coast Yelp Elite squad. He's like, you want to maintain it by leaving at least 3 reviews a week. And then also you can check in at places. So once you have some reviews on your page and you've been consistent, then I recommend applying for the Yelp Elite Squad. It'll be on your profile. You just click apply, or it's like Yelp Elite Squad, and you click it, you apply, fill out your information, and then it'll go through. Now, another way is to have a friend recommend you. So if you know someone who's already Yelp Elite, or if you just have another friend who's on Yelp, having them recommend you or refer you to be Yelp Elite because of how amazing your reviews are. If that doesn't work, then I recommend reaching out to your representative. Yelp has like regional representatives, and you can probably find them by looking online or by asking other Yelp leaders in the area, because you can message people on Yelp. It's kind of crazy. Be careful, because some guys will try to hit on you. Sometimes people will actually try to flirt with you in the comments. I mean, you're grown, you can do what you want to do, right? But just be aware. The representative in my area actually reached out to me and was like, hey, like, we would love to have you to be Yelp Elite, go and apply. And so I did, and it worked, and here I am. The one thing I never knew I wanted, but has been so cool to have, because I can like have bragging rights, like, I'm Yelp Elite, and that's about it. One note of safety for Yelp and just social media in general, just like on Instagram, so if you don't want to be posting your address and all that, but one thing I don't do is I don't review places that I'm a regular at. So like my local grocery store, like my local gym, and different places, that coffee shops that I normally go to. I usually review places that are like one-offs, or my first time trying it, or if I'm in a different city, or if I'm at an airport, because you don't want to review everything in the vicinity of where you're at, because just for safety, like if you have a stalker or something, then they'll be like, oh, she usually works at Starbucks, and that Starbucks that she always checks in at on Yelp is right next to that grocery store that's only a mile away. The gym that she goes to and says she's been a regular at is right here, and it's all in the 1 mile vicinity. Like, it's just a little bit too much information. People don't need to know all of that. So I recommend not reviewing places that are too close to home or that you're a super regular at. And that's all I gotta really say about that. Go join Yelp Elite. Whoop whoop. If you have any video requests, comment them down below and let me know. I'm filming a lot of videos and want to make sure that I'm fulfilling your needs. Alright guys, talk to you later. Peace.